Hey, what's going guys? I'm Guyver and welcome back to our video. And how do you guys find this new setup? This is my quick YouTube video setup. This is still my mini office. I just rearranged some things. Let's talk about the Sigma 50mm f1.2 DG DN for full frame camera. Who is this lens for? Before we answer that, let's talk a little bit more specifics about this lens. 50mm is the Nifty 50, which everyone loves, and it's the starter lens, which kinda sometimes gets forgotten because they tend to move to a editorial lens like the 35 and a portrait lens like 85 or 75 f1.8, f1.4. Now, that line between the telephoto or the portrait lens and the Nifty 50 is kind of blurred out now because of the 50mm f1.2. Well, the reason why we go for the 50 is because it is so pleasing into the face, but if your face or the subject of your face is a little bit round, it's not gonna be too much pleasing for an 85, which where the 50 has an edge to, because 50 is somewhat the closest to how we view things within our eye. I believe that 50 is the closest and not the 85, although 85 gives us those pleasing bokeh separation from subject and the background. Why it's blurred is because now that we have 1.2, that could pretty much really blur out the background of your subject. I know 1.4 can do that, but having a 1.2 that is somewhat affordable and not overly expensive is quite a nice addition to the set of lens that you could have. And also having it 50, meaning that you don't need to really go that far from your subject to get that special shot that you're aiming for. Now that we have talked about that, there are some cons within this lens, and one of those cons is there's a vignette if you're shooting in a clear blue sky. Now, take note that I don't own the lens. I'm just giving you my personal opinion as a content creator, as I've seen a lot of credible content creators review it. Now, it could be an easy fix as what they said, or a firmware update. Excuse me. To be honest, I don't mind it because we can actually fix it in post, but not that much. But then again, it gives a little bit of character to our photo. So vignette is really not my, I don't mind it. Now, who is this for? If you're going to ask me, this is much more leaning towards videographers. Now, why do I say that? Because having a 1.2 lens and having that kind of range that is almost telephoto but not quite, and having that aperture that gives you an incredible advantage in low light situation is gonna be game breaking. Well, Guyver, what about for photos? Well, adjusting photos versus videos is much easier, okay? It's much easier. For some weird reason, you don't lose that much compared to videos where one wrong exposure settings while filming can ruin your entire shot, okay? That's it. I think this lens is specifically made for filmmakers, with the photographers being second in their mind. You can use them in both situations, but I think that if you're a filmmaker, you might want to have this instead of an 85. That's it. I hope you've enjoyed this short video. So I'll be seeing you guys to the next one. Bye-bye!